I'm Cape Jewel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 19, a continuation of Dead No More, which is itself a prologue to the Clone Conspiracy. So let's not wait any longer, let's hop on in, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, we check on in with J. Jonah Jameson, who is using his pull at the Fact Channel to talk up the medical miracle that is the New You Corporation. He says that, well, before he was skeptical of the company not only being able to replace damaged organs but replace them better than they were before, but now he's been made a believer. Why? Well, and he doesn't state this outright, but New You was seemingly able to bring his deceased wife back from the dead, and now because of that, the Jackal has his claws into Jameson. Why is Jonah being so trusting of this clearly evil, shadowy corporation? Maybe he's driven by grief, maybe he doesn't want to look a gift horse in the mouth on this one, take your pick, honestly. Peter is still vehemently against his step-uncle Jay going through the experimental New You treatment to repair his disease, and because of that, he's rushing to the hospital right now. Well, you know, after actually being to New York, I have a newfound respect for how quickly Spider-Man covers ground in the city. In his haste, Spidey ends up botching a bodega robbery, catching not just the thief, but also the owner's son who is chasing after the perpetrator. This means that Spider-Man is forced to leave the poor kid stuck up in webs that will only dissolve after an hour, and because we live in the age of social media where everyone has a phone out all the time, they capture this footage, and Spider-Man ends up looking like the menace that J. Jonah always said that he was. Wow, bummer. Now at the hospital, Peter still tries to push for Jay to be put through some more traditional means of fighting his disease. Again, what methods, what disease? We're never exactly given the specifics on this one. We're just told Jay has a disease. He's got the plot disease and he's got it bad. You know, maybe it's just because one of my parents was a medical professional, but I hate the vagueness of Jay's condition. I'm willing to forgive a lot, but I just want to know what the guy has. It turns out Aunt May found out what Peter did to that employee who was injured, how he was, fine putting that guy through the New You procedure, and that it worked out completely fine, and because of it, she calls her, nephew something of a hypocrite for not wanting to put Jay through it. We rarely get to see Peter and Aunt May at odds like this. I hope they continue to follow this storyline and not just end it here and now. When Jay gets some time alone with Peter, he tells him that if the worst should happen and he should kick the can, he wants Peter to deliver a special clock to his son Jonah, a rare family heirloom that the Jameson clan brought to America when they first arrived. Peter agrees to collect the clock, but oh boy, that classic Parker luck ends up striking all over again. On his way back to the hospital, Spider-Man ends up having to stop a massive construction accident. Spider-Man manages to save the day, but unfortunately this setback made him incredibly late, and just to rub further salt into the wound, the clock is now broken. Oops. Now, that's where the story technically ends, but there is a backup here, in my mind a far more interesting backup, wherein we actually get to see how the Jackal managed to find all the money and resources to start this New You thing. Turns out he actually tried to make a deal with Wilson Fisk the Kingpin, who is still living in San Francisco at this point and not having returned to New York, so clearly this happened way in the past. Jackal attempted to trade the Kingpin a clone of his wife Vanessa, only here's the thing, Kingpin shockingly is more intelligent than everyone else in the book we've seen up until this point, knows it's a clone, knows that this is some sort of freaky abomination and not the woman he loves, so he breaks the damn clone's neck and attempts to kill Jackal. Once again, this is a really cool idea for a story, and I hope they revisit it in the actual Clone Conspiracy, and I hope it just doesn't end here and now. The Amazing Spider-Man number 19, much like everything we've seen so far in Dead No More, had some interesting ideas, but ultimately I couldn't shake the feeling that I was reading, well, a prologue, because that's exactly what this is. We've had several issues in a row now that have served no other purpose than to get us all primed for the Clone Conspiracy, which is all well and good, assuming that the Clone Conspiracy is good. I mean, beyond that, I don't really know what else to say about this book. It moved at a good pace, the art was good, the action, what little of it was there, was good. Certain characters who should know better are still acting completely and utterly oblivious, and I hope they get called on it later in the book, much like Aunt May called Peter on his own hypocrisy, which I did very much enjoy. Overall, though, I would feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Jewel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.